Hi everyone, and welcome back to another how-to video. So as it's Saturday night and it's movie night with the wife, she's requested that we have chili con carne with cheesy nachos. So let's get started with the chili con carne. So as always, heat a pan with some oil, then chuck in 1 white onion diced, let that cook out. Now, the minced beef I'm using is 5% fat, but you can use any mince you like. I find that with the lower percent fat, it means that you don't necessarily have to drain as much off when you're cooking, and sometimes you don't even have to drain it at all. So that's really good. So you fry these off nicely just for a little bit, so they get a little bit coloured, and then we can add the mincemeat. Now the onions are sweaty a little bit, time to add the mincemeat. So this is a 500 gram pack. That just all goes in there nicely. Now, just want to cook this off now until the mince goes brown, and then we can throw in the rest of our ingredients. After about 5 minutes, the mince should have browned nicely, and it's time to add the ingredients. Like I said, if you do have a lot of fat in there, just drain the meat off and put it back into the pan, because you don't want that greasying up your chili con carne. So, first we're going to chuck in a 200 gram tin of red kidney beans. Just make sure you drain the water as well. Stir them in. 1 tin of chopped tomatoes. This is a 400 gram tin. Stir that in nicely. Then, now you can throw in your own chili spices. You can make it up with some chili powder, cumin, and a couple of other spices if you want to make it up. Or alternatively, just buy a packet mix. It's got all the spices you want, and it'll make it perfect. So empty that whole sachet in. Then about a large teaspoon to a tablespoon of tomato puree. And I also chuck in a crushed up beef stock cube, just to give it a extra meaty flavour. And it is quite salty, so you won't have to add any extra salt. Stir that around nicely. Now that is that ready to go. I'm going to funk it up a little bit because I do like it quite spicy, so I'm going to chuck in some chipotle chili flakes as well. Just okay. Right, that's going to be nice and spicy. So what you want to do now is just turn that down to a really low heat and just keep it simmering, so that all the flavours can cook in, and also to make sure that the mince is fully cooked. And then we can move on to building up the nachos. Right. So with the nachos, nice and simple. Easiest way to do it is to get yourself one of those nacho kits, and then it comes with everything. If you want to do it differently, just get yourself some tortilla chips, some salsa, and make sure you got cheese, and then it's nice and simple. So I'm going to get myself a nice deep dish, and I'm going to double layer it. So put the first layer of chips in. Cover the bottom of the dish nicely, so you get an even smattering. Excellent, lovely. Now, take the first salsa packet mix and just dollop that on all over your tortilla chips. Give yourself a nice coating so that every chip has some salsa. Now if you want, you can just gently spread it a bit more evenly if you want to with a knife. You don't have to. And then just some cheese. So sprinkle that on top. Beautiful. Now, once it's got a nice layer of cheese, there we go. And now, again, because I do like things spicy, I'm going to throw in some jalapenos. So these already come in a jar, pretty ready cut. So I'm just going to gently break them down a little bit and sprinkle them all over the dish. Now obviously if you do handle these, please do remember to wash your hands before you touch anywhere, like scratch your face or anywhere, because this stuff will burn you. And it's very uncomfortable if you get something like this in your eye or somewhere else. Moving on. Right, so that's the first layer done, so it's just a simple case of repeat. Right, and that is the final layer of jalapeno chilies. So that is now ready to go in the oven. Middle shelf, about 160 electric. Just keep one eye on it because you just want the cheese to melt nicely, and then it'll be ready to serve your chili. So we'll put that in the oven and come back to it. Right, so it's been about 6 or 7 minutes, so let's check, see if the nachos are done. Yes, as you can see, the cheese has melted lovely. So that is now ready to serve. The chili has simmered while this has been in the oven, so that is now ready to go. So you can serve it together, or you can serve it with a portion of rice as well. But that is your chili con carne and cheesy nacho dinner. And that is the end of the video. Thank you all again so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Laters.